So, Zin is there with all of you. I'm trying to remember his voice. It was pretty meager, right? Well, from the information that I gathered, we need to follow the old road towards Neverwinter Wood, and that will lead us to a ravine of sorts. The locals here say that there is a lot of rubble that is there, and it seems this is where a lot of goblin activity is. So we might be in a good luck heading that direction. Is there any business you want to take care of before you leave Oakhurst?
I would like to talk about the division of the money. If Kane stepped forward and took that from the mayor, I would like to split it evenly between the party, not giving Zen any, and giving Phoebe the extra that cannot be split evenly.
Okay, because it was 70?
60.
60 gold pieces. Okay, so that would be 15, 15, 15, 30? No. 15.
Isn't that like 90 right there? 15,
no, because 15, 30, 45, and then 60. Yeah, that is evenly split between four ways. It was an uneven split, so I think it was 70.
Oh, was it 70?
Because it was not evenly divisible.
Then Phoebe gets the remaining 10.
I mean, whatever can't be split evenly, I just was going to give her the extra. So if it was like 2 golds or whatever it shall be, I'll just split up as evenly as possible and then give the rest to Phoebe.
Okay, so if we were going to do 70 four ways, okay, we would have a remainder of...
Two?
Yes. So everyone gets 16 gold pieces, and Phoebe gets 18.
Well,
no,
hey, thanks.
plus 18. That's 66. We're off by 4.
17.
So everyone gets an extra gold piece. So 17 for Temin, Ko, Kane, and 19 for Phoebe. There we go. Thanks, math.
We did it.
Thanks, Trop.
We're not even rolling damage yet. We're gonna be great at this math thing.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good.
Can't wait.
We're totally not gonna get screwed over in the future by somebody who's better at math. Something like this.
All right. So you head northwest, following the old road. Very quickly after you get off of the path leading away from Oakhurst, you end up on a overgrown, rough trail. You can tell a lot of plants have taken over this road, and it has not been traveled a lot anytime recently. In fact, what may have been treads from carriages is now completely overgrown, leaving just a small footpath through the bramble as you enter the edge of the Neverwinter Wood. Thankfully, in your travel, you don't head too deep in as you're following closely along the outskirt on this trail. And it takes you about 7 miles travel. So that's about almost a half a day. And then you see something on the horizon. Seems to be stone pillars jutting out of a ravine that begins to take shape a little to your right, so to the east of you, as you follow this road. And these pillars are crumbled from age and time, and several of them are leaned over, if not knocked down entirely. And upon your approach, make me a perception check.
19.
Okay.
15.
All right.
That is a 6 for me.
Okay.
23.
So everyone who got higher than a 10, you note that the ravine actually continues for 7 miles, even though you can see it taking form a little bit to your right. Upon closer inspection, you see that it actually curves up and goes more towards the north, away from you, in the other direction. And the other side of it continues deeper into the wood. The pillars themselves, you note there's some strange graffiti on it, some markings that have been carved onto the surface, more towards the bottom, and not so much at the top. Do any of you speak Dwarvish?
I do.
Wonderful. And do any of you speak Goblin? Okay. So, as you approach, you then have to enter the ravine in order to continue on the path in which these pillars lie, for the brambles and trees start to overgrow the side of it. Dropping into the ravine, no, sorry. You're not in the ravine. Not yet. You approach it, but it does get overcrowded on the sides, and you will have to enter the ravine. But as you get closer, you see the writing on the pillars, and Temin, you notice that even though you don't know Goblin, you do know that Goblin is actually a runoff of Dwarvish characters. So using your knowledge of that language, you can tell that this graffiti here is crudely marked and scratched in. Reasonably, it was most likely goblins that did so. And it seems to be some form of warning and threats against potential trespassers.
It seems the markings here are some kind of warning against trespassers that would enter through here.
Yeah, well, we're not trespassing, so don't worry about them. Just keep going.
I mean, maybe we should ask them permission.
In times like these, permission is something you can ask for after we violate whatever rules they might have set in place.
I prefer the word optional.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Kane.
Oh, I was going to say, well, we're moving forward regardless, and it doesn't really look like anybody's standing watch, so this writing on the wall is not going to stop me, right?
I mean, I can't imagine much would stop you, Kane.
Well, thank you, small Phoebe. Every time. Man, I just like her more and more. Go, take a note.
You gotta kind of look down at Phoebe, just like.
So you do note that you will have to enter into the ravine, though when you look over the edge, you see that it is a 30-foot drop. And the way down doesn't look very nice from where you're standing. Give me a... If you'd like to find a way down the ravine, give me either a survival or an investigation check.
It's a 16.
All right.
10.
I will... 18 as well.
All right. So, every one of you succeed in seeing that there are areas around the bottom of the pillars where campfires have been. Just small little collections of rocks. You can see the ashen earth where the wood was burned. Maybe some matted down grass and such while you're investigating. But you also find one of the pillars nearest you on the edge of the ravine has a rope tied off on it. And upon inspection, this is not an aged rope, as would match these pillars. This is quite new.
Could we check the rope to see if it's trapped in some way?
Sure, what would you like to do?
Is that investigation?
If you want to see if it's trapped, or if there's anything with it, you could do an investigation. Yeah.
That is an 11.
Alright. So you give a look at the rope. You see how it's tied around the pillar. You also look at the bit of it descending into the darkened ravine. It doesn't seem to be attached to anything on the other end. And you poke it. Nothing happens. You give it a gentle tug, preparing yourself for anything that might happen. And nothing. It's sturdily tied on there.
So,
Are we going down the rope?
I
Does the
think
rope
that is the
look
case.
like it's tied off tight?
It looks fairly tight, and secure.
I'll be the first to go down, just
whoa,
to make
whoa,
sure.
whoa. You don't have to be the first. Zin's standing right here. He clearly is the one who wanted to come here. I have no problem following this man down. We will make sure you're safe by watching you as you climb, right, Zin? You were gonna go down there anyways, right, Zin?
Well, that's precisely why I'm paying all of you.
Oh, so we were just gonna go down in the ravine without you? Is that what we were doing?
No, but I will not
Oh, okay.
be
So you will be going down with us, meaning
leading
that
the charge.
you're not leading anything. You're climbing down a rope, and then we are climbing down to make sure nothing gets you. Plus, if something comes after you while you're going down there, it will be best that we have the upper hand by dropping down on top of them and stopping them from getting you, right?
Why don't you give me a persuasion check there?
As Kane is doing this, can I take my javelins out of my bag and start tying some rope I have around it to use it as a precaution?
Sure, yeah.
17.
So you just have rope on the javelin?
Yes. So if let's say we're descending and the rope snaps or something, I can toss the javelin with the rope, so it could catch onto something maybe.
Sure, alright. You said 19, King?
17.
17, okay.
That's 20.
Yeah, just as good. So he takes a big gulp, looks down the edge. Well, it doesn't seem like anything is down there.
Wait. I have an idea. Mr. DM, are there any rocks? Just rocks I could pick up?
Lots of rocks.
I'm going to pick one up. I'm going to walk over to the edge, and I'm going to look over, and I'm just going to go... And I'm going to drop it and wait for a sound.
And you do indeed hear the sound of the rock clattering against other
So
stone before hitting dirt.
Does anything else make noise after hearing the rock hit the ground?
No.
Okay, it seems safe.
Look at it this way. First one down, it's least likely to snap on you. Because what if I go down? I'm so heavy and thick and muscular and stuff. So I'm gonna loosen this rope up and it's probably gonna break and then none of you come down with me. So, and then I get all that weird ass fruit to myself. So like you said, you need to go down. You're gonna climb down eventually. It's best that the small ones like yourself go first and then the small ones like her go after to just ensure the best strategy.
Okay.
I was gonna walk up and kind of just nod next to Kate.
I mean, your logic is sound. All right, just keep an eye on me.
We won't be far behind you. If it's sturdy, we'll see it with your body, and then we'll just be down right after. And like I said, aerial attacks if need be, but I'm sure I'll be fine.
So he begins to slowly descend the rope, looking down, then looking back up at all of you, then stopping and listening, and looking down, and slowly going down, further and further into the darkness. And then he stops. There's no more rope.
I'm gonna lean over. Can you see the bottom?
Faintly?
I'm gonna look at Temin. Apparently this is not the way we're gonna go down. I'm gonna call back down. Throwing over my shoulder. All right, Zin, I guess you had arm day. Get back up here.
All right. He kind of looks about himself. Wait. There's carvings in the wall. Yes, I can keep going down this way. And you see as he shimmies from the rope to footholds on the ravine and descends that way, the rest of the way, before disappearing from your sight below.
I'm gonna look at Ko and be like, man, I think that guy had a death wish. You see that shit? Did you see?
After a moment. Go ahead.
I like what's going on here. You're really showing some leadership, and as our leader, I think you should go down next.
All right. As long as you take that leadership back, because I'm not your leader. I have no problem going next and putting my scales on the line, but I'm not a leader. I vote
I
Temin.
only call it out as I see it.
You make Temin our leader, and I'm go down.
I mean, Cole makes a
Temin,
pretty
you're the
good
leader.
point.
No, it's okay. Temin, you're the leader. Go along, Kane.
What?
All right, so I'm just going. Oh man. Okay. Well, if anything happens to that guy and you guys don't see me with him and something stupid happens to him, I didn't do anything. All right, I didn't kill him. Just saying, just in case. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start climbing down. I don't know what I'm gonna find down here. Just this, as I'm going, I'm just gonna keep saying, I didn't kill him if he's dead down here. By the time you get down here.
I'm gonna turn to Phoebe.
Well, as you're climbing, he does yell up, okay, I've reached the bottom.
He's fine. He's fine. And who knows for how long, and I'm gonna keep going.
So, you two. Kane is definitely our leader. Do not let him think otherwise. You will treat him as such, no matter what he says.
I'm in agreement. And I start climbing down the rope.
That's what I was gonna say. It seems like he does a lot of the delegating around here.
Exactly. It's
Pretty
great for
selfless.
him. It's good practice for him. I've been trying to get him to take on this role for a while now.
Wow, you're a really good friend, Ko.
I try. I really do. Now, shall you go down or shall I go down first?
I can go.
Okay. Then I'm bringing up the rear.
Okay. So, Kane, as you are reaching the bottom of the rope, you see, you look down and you see a warm glow of light. It seems that Zin has ignited a torch of some form to light the way for himself. You switch over to the handholds, and these are crudely carved in using simple tools. And in fact, you find it a little difficult to get a good grip with your large hands and feet in these holes. It seems that they were not carved for someone like you. And about 10 feet from the bottom, as you continue to descend, suddenly Zin begins to call out, There's something down here?
Oh, God's sakes. I'm gonna look over my shoulder the best I fucking can. My huge, neck muscles.
You see Zin is standing quite trepidatiously, his back against the wall of the ravine, holding the torch out in front of him. And he's looking around back and forth as if he can hear something but not see it.
Okay, I'm still kind of trying to make my way down. All right, well, just hold on, just 2 seconds. I'm on my way. Goddamn fucking wall.
The rest of you, as you head down the rope, you do so fine enough. Temin, no, who's in the rear? Ko?
Yeah.
So Ko, as you follow your companions, you see a little bit of rubble come off the pillar. Just a little bit, but enough to make you sweat a little as it slides down the side of the ravine.
We might want to expedite this process. I don't think this on hold
Okay.
much longer.
All right, Kane.
Yes.
You reach the bottom of the ravine.
Okay.
And you find yourself in an open area. There is a cool breeze coming towards you from the west. And as you stand there with Zin, his torch illuminating your immediate surroundings, you see a lot of footprints in the dust at your feet. And you also hear what Zin must have heard. Skittering in the darkness, chittering, and the sound of rubble moving.
I'm gonna slowly reach for my great sword.
It's smart that you do, because from the darkness jumps 2 giant rats.
Okay.
Now, as combat begins, who was next?
Temin.
Temin, you are at the footholds at this point. You have about 20 feet to go before you reach the bottom where Kane is. And Kane, one of the rats lunges at you, its eyes glowing red in the darkness. Does a 22 hit?
Fuck. Yes, it does.
I rolled really well. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. That rat, I mean, he's been practicing. He's had some time.
Do I hear this?
All of you, in fact, do hear this as the rat jumps forward. You take 3 points of damage, Kane. And Zin cries out in fear.
I'm gonna just look over and be like, God damn, what are you crying about? See, I took that. God damn, I took that. Guys, got rats down here.
Kane, you may make an action before Temin reaches the bottom.
All right, I'm gonna fucking hit it. Fuck that thing.
Kill it.
I
Squish
said my
it.
greatsword, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go, Kane. Ooh, 15 plus 5, 20. Dirty 20.
That definitely hits.
Good. Fuck that thing. I still hit higher than me, though. And then... Ooh. Just getting my other die that I never use because I haven't played a class like this. So 2d6s.
Yeah.
Plus
3.
3. Is it 3 each or just 3 on the 2?
2d6 plus 3.
Okay, 9, 12.
All right. Yeah, that giant rat is no match for your massive steel sword. Blood sends splattered across the dusty ground, and the other rat, in fact, shrieks before retreating into the rubble. Temin, you reach the bottom, and Phoebe, you have reached the footholds.
So, I'm gonna walk over to Kane and use 3 points of lay on hands.
Ugh. Thank you. I'm gonna look at Zen and be like, weren't you the monk or something? Can you do something? You know what? Never mind. Temin's got it. Don't even ask. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna turn
like,
away from him.
I'm sorry. All right. So, with that settled, you all now are standing on this open area. You see the ravine continues above you. But the area you're standing in is only about 30 feet wide before descending quite rapidly to the south. As you approach the south side of this area, you note that there is a campfire here. And it seems that hundreds of fires have been lit here over time, but none recently. And on the edge of this 30-foot area, you find a staircase carved into the side of the stone, descending to another platform and looking over another beneath that, as these stairs switch back down the side of this face for about 80 feet.
What are the condition of the stairs?
So as you look at the stairs, they are about 5 feet in width out of the side of the stone. They're carved pretty roughly, and fortunately it doesn't seem that they would be too difficult to traverse so long as you aren't preoccupied. For of course there is no railing.
So it's not like they're broken or anything? Or old and...
While ancient, the stone has held up. They aren't they aren't bits of stone jutting out from the wall. They're just carved into the stone. So you've still got wall beneath them to support it.
As far as light goes, is it just the light from Zen's torch illuminating the area?
Yes, at this point, we are in low light, as some of the sunlight is still coming through the ravine above you, but as you look, it descends into darkness. And if you don't have low light vision right now, you will need the assistance of the torch.
Perfect.
Okay.
Zen, how about
yes.
you stay in the middle of the group, as to make sure all the light is available to everybody.
I think I would prefer that, considering our massive rat encounter.
All right, great. And then as I say that, I'm gonna go to start motioning for Kate to go in front. All right, buddy. This is all you.
Okay, I have no problem going in front, but we got eyes on everybody else, right? Like...
Oh, yes, I'll be back here. And Temin's nearby as well.
I'll follow Kane.
And where's Phoebe?
I'll be behind Temin because that's where I normally stand, and that way I can protect Zin. Because you seem a little scared, Zin. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta pull it together, man.
I'm sorry. This is precisely why I needed to hire adventurers like yourselves.
Well, you got us. So get it together.
Exactly.
All right.
All right, well, Phoebe, you could just answer me once. I'm not gonna, like, underestimate you. I've seen crazy things happen with tiny creatures. You're good though, right? Like you don't need like a vantage point. Like if you need to stand on Zin's shoulders, I feel like you should be able to do that. Just feel free. If he, I mean, he's here to help us, help him, right? So just if you need it, just get up high, right?
Yeah, that's what Temen's for. I think I would break Zin's shoulders. He doesn't look very strong.
Yeah, do you hear that, Zin? You don't look very strong. Okay, good. So we know that if you need anything, you know where to go. Perfect. I love this game plan. You guys are so smart. Temin being the leader, of course. So let's move forward.
Right, the leader. And I look back to Ko.
Right, the leader, and I look over to Ko.
All right, I'm gonna
Yes,
take the front like the not leader does.
And Kane is going to lead.
So, as you follow your not leader down these stairs, the dim light from above casts upon something ahead of you. As you descend these stairs, you look out over this great expanse, and there, deep in the ravine, stands an ancient fortress. Many of its pillars have crumbled, and some of the walls are collapsed upon themselves. But nonetheless, here stands the ancient fortress. Zin looks out in awe and gasps under his breath. Here it is. The Sunless Citadel. I thought it merely a rumor. This is much the sight to behold.
Wait,
What?
so you brought us down here based on just a rumor?
Well, everything we have been following has been based on said rumor, but the apples turned to be true when we heard of the goblins, so I figured if we pressed on further.
Oh, all of this stuff that these guys go after are usually on a tail, so I'm glad I got to see his face for it, but man, we can't find regular apples anywhere, so good thing we came here for them.
Well, I mean, that's not really what I meant, but
You know, I could use your luck. I've been following rumors. Maybe you should come with me on my next excursion. Yes.
yeah,
Go, don't scare the man. You don't talk about kidnapping right now. Let's get a little further. And who says he even sticks it out? Not because of anything that I have to do with, but what if he doesn't even make it? What if he's keep running his mouth and he gets jumped by a giant rat?
Listen. Kate, it is your job as the leader to make sure he does make it out alive, and he's coming with me on the next excursion. I'm tired of coming back to Waterdeep, and he's gonna, like, I don't know what he's gonna do, but his luck with rumors and stuff, and they just happen to work out, I'm bringing him with me.
Oh no! Listen, rumors don't work. It's not even
I
real.
need to get home.
It's not even real right now. We're in a place that people talked about. People get go. Don't get ahead of yourself. This is still a sham. Let's just keep going.
I'm gonna lean over to Zin and be like, "Don't worry, this is normal."
I'm gonna stop verbalizing the communicator, and I'm mentally gonna just like continue this back and forth with Kane. Like,
Okay.
God damn it, I'm taking him with me. Now lead
So-
the way.
As you reach the bottom of the stairs, the fortress now, though impressively large, is right before you. And though it's impressively large, it has been lifeless for quite some time. And now that you're down here, there is a faint waft of rot. And again, if you are not within 30 feet of Zin's torch, you will need low light vision in order to see. If you have dark vision, cool. Alright, so we're going to switch over now to the map. And our players are on the right side of this map, entering a courtyard. There's Masonic walls surrounding this courtyard. All have crumbled over time, and bits of stone and debris lay about the perimeter of this area. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Zen. All right, does this look right? Are we where we need to be?
I believe we're the closest we've ever been.
Oh yeah, and then I take another step. Now I'm the closest we've ever been. Where do we go?
Phoebe, seeing this, is gonna step in front of Kane and be like, "Now look, I'm the closest I've ever been."
I'm gonna point down at BB, being like, "So how close we going? You're here."
There is a door on the other side of the courtyard, and Zin points to it. Well, let's see if we can enter.
All right, let's see if we get it. Do you want to open it, or do you want me to get my hand bitten off? Oh, it's fine. I'll just go do it. You're right. Who am I kidding, Zin? Who am I kidding? And I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna see if the door's unlocked. But
So-
like carelessly, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh no, I'm gonna check it for Like Kane is just not amused.
Yeah. So you walk up to the door, pretty laissez-faire, and something under your foot shifts,
Damn it.
and you feel the ground fall from beneath you.
Yep.
Is he like falling to the floor to like another level, or is he like into like a small pit?
So Kane, as you fall, thankfully it's not too far, only 10 feet, down into an enclosed pit. And what you find down there are two things. A goblin,
Oh great.
whose corpse is being feasted upon by a giant rat.
God
Okay.
damn it, Kane.
I'm not too worried about. He's eating right now. He's clearly distracted. He's good.
I gotta like approach the edge of like.
We all saw him
Oh,
fall
okay.
in, right?
Yes, you all saw that.
I'm gonna yell up, "Zen, this is your fault."
Okay. Do we know that there's a rat in there with you, or no?
The rat screeches, probably just as surprised as you. Poised to strike, though. You may make the first move. If you're... Yeah, you're all looking in that direction. You hear the rat. Because of the enclosed nature of this pit, however, Kane, you will not be able to use your greatsword.
No, I was gonna step on him anyways. What materials are the wall? Is it stone or dirt?
The walls of the pit... we will say that it's stone.
Damn. Is it like smooth stone, or do you think I could get a grip on it and try and claw my way out?
You can attempt to claw your way out, yeah.
All right. So if the rat's not gonna fucking bother me, I'm gonna just try and get myself out of there. If it does attack me, obviously I'll kick it away from me.
All right. Well, as you attempt to climb up the wall, the rat does take the opportunity to bite at you.
Yeah.
And I believe... does a 17 hit?
Fuck yes.
3 points of damage again.
God damn these rats.
Phoebe's just watching, and she's just gonna look over into the pit and say, "Kane, you really shouldn't take your joke so seriously. It seems to get you in trouble a lot."
Well,
What are
As
the
I'm
rest of you doing?
I am. Sorry, I'm gonna be running. As soon as I hear the rat bite, I'm gonna pull out my dual swords, go running headfirst, and jump into the pit like superhero style, and just try and land right on the rat.
Okay. So
I'm coming, Kane.
you're just doing a
I'll take the fall damage.
run,
Go hard
jump.
damage.
He's a true bro.
Okay.
He is
All right.
not surprised.
Well, it's 10 feet deep, and it is 10 feet wide. So you're going to be quite tight in here. And roll me a attack roll at disadvantage.
Sure. That is a nat 1.
Oof.
Okay. Hold
Temmin,
on.
don't hurt me.
Okay. So you jump down, swords poised and ready. Fortunately, you do not hit Kane. Unfortunately, your swords do pang off the side of the wall, and they get knocked out of your hands as you fall the rest of the way down into the hole. They land beside you inside the pit.
Okay.
Um,
If I don't have the opportunity to attack, I'll just wait till whenever.
Okay.
as Phoebe was kind of like leaning over it, talking to Kane, I'm gonna kind of approach and kind of look down, kind of dragging Zin over it to make sure he's bringing the light, or the torch, so we can see. All right.
Zin is definitely craning over the pit with the torch.
Kane, stop playing around, kill the rat. Let's keep going.
I'm trying to claw my way out here, man. Like, clearly.
Quit stalling. Get down there. I'm going to.
Also, what the hell just flew down here? I'm gonna look over. Lemon, my man, showing off. What's up?
While Kane is looking over, I'm going to telekinetically attempt to shove his hand so that he falls back down.
So, Kane, you were attempting to climb the wall?
Yeah.
All right, so then the rat is going to attempt to bite Temmin. Man, I'm rolling good. Does a 22 hit you, Temmin?
You know what? Fuck him.
does.
Let him roll good on rats, and hopefully whatever else is down here is just failing.
4 points of damage.
I'm just curious. Does that count as a weapon?
It's a bite attack.
I'm not sure if it's like a natural weapon for the creature or not.
Yeah.
His teeth, yeah.
Okay, because I have heavy armor. master, so
Melee
it's like
weapon
half damage.
attack. Piercing damage.
Okay, so it's like I think it would be reduced by 3 because of heavy armor master. If it's non-magical, then bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that I take from non-magic weapons is reduced by 3.
Okay. So you take 1 point of damage. Did I say 3? I meant... Or did I say 4? I meant something else. Okay. So, you're using your telekinesis, to fuck up Kane. Telekinetic shove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, roll a check.
Is it me? No. The target must exceed a strength saving throw.
So Kane, roll a strength save. And you have to
Saving?
beat 14. Yep.
Strength, okay. Well, that's not gonna beat that. I got 6.
Well, suddenly your arm is pushed back and you lose your grip of your other arm and you fall down into the pit with Temmin.
As I see my like attempt succeeding, I'm like, give it all you've got, Kane. You're leading this one.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? And I'm gonna get up, dust myself off, and be like, oh, there's nothing down here. The goal is to get out. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna kick the goddamn rat.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
Oh my god.
Since I'm in the pit with Kane, would that be advantage for flanking?
The rat is distracted.
Just kidding.
I mean, there is
Actually-
10 feet of space. It's gonna work out.
You know what? When you fall, Temmin does have an opportunity to attack before you get back up.
All right, Temmin, pick your hit.
Did you pick your swords
All right.
back up?
I do not. Noticing how they kind of got caught on the sides of the pit, I'm instead just going to run up and just punch it, but use inflict wounds.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck? That's a 9 to hit.
You miss the giant rat. Kane.
So my unarmed strike
Riveting.
has a thing that says you can punch, kick, headbutt, or use similar forceful blow to deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier. So if I roll, is that what my unarmed strike is? Or I don't understand.
Yes, so you would deal 4 points of damage for an unarmed strike.
Okay. Okay. There it is. God damn it. Does a 7 hit it?
The immortal rat does not get hit.
Yikes.
Wow.
It's dark, okay?
Wow,
It's very
wow,
hard
wow.
to see in a pit.
Cole, I swear to God, if it was your fault that I fell down.
Listen, I didn't bring us down here.
The
Nor did I fall inside the pit.
The rat
It's gone.
strikes again at Kane, does a 13 hit.
No.
Wonderful.
Finally, I'm getting smart. I'm reading this rat. Me and this rat, we vibing now. We know what's up.
If I see the miss hit,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout down, "You stupid piece of shit, rat!" And I'm gonna cast vicious mockery on it.
Oh boy. That stupid piece of shit rat.
I hope he takes it personal. I hope his grandpa's ghost come back and just shames him to death.
It doesn't even understand. It's like.
It doesn't even need to understand me as long as it hears me.
He just knows he's being insulted.
Yeah.
All right.
Rats are actually intelligent creatures.
You succeed at viciously mocking this rat.
You stupid piece of
Roll me your damage. 1d4 psychic.
See. I think that's a 3. Yeah, 3.
Okay. Well, the rat dies.
That's so stupid. Can we climb out now?
Yes.
I'm gonna boost him, and I'm just gonna like kind of throw him like the I'll boost you up.
I'm gonna climb up and then using two of my blades to stab into the side of the pit. I'm just gonna reach back and grab Kane's hand.
Okay, I'll accept that too. As long as we're getting out of here, I don't care how.
So, you survived the pit trap. I know it was very narrow. Almost ended all of you, but you open the door into the next area. I assume. And before you is a circular room, about 40 feet in diameter. This used to be a tower, but what remains of it now is just probably 50 feet at the highest point of crumbled walls. The top of it seems to have fallen into the rest of the fortress to the north of where you are now. Inside this room, there are 4 bodies, all goblins, and all goblins with signs of combat having happened in the room. There is dried blood on the ground beneath their corpses and some spatterings of it around the room. There are also 2 other doors, one to the north and one to the south.
Can we tell what kind of wounds they had sustained?
Yeah, go ahead. So you walk up and you investigate the goblins. They have been killed by slashing and bludgeoning weapons. And they have all been looted. On the far end of the wall, on the western side, one of the goblins has been speared into the wall.
Are these recent? Like how old is the blood?
The corpses are no older than a week.
Is it normal for goblins to die this way in this world?
I wouldn't think so. Sorry.
No.
I'm gonna drag Zin over to the spared one. Like just enough so that the light can kind of illuminate the spear itself.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can see, like, is it a man-made spear? Is there anything like significant about the way that spear looks that might give us some insight?
Yeah, so you take a look at the spear, and it appears to be crudely made. It looks like goblin weaponry.
Zin, how is it this citadel came to ruin?
They say it was the eruption of Mount Hantanau. Years and years and years ago. It plunged Neverwinter into chaos.
Well,
Standing here with a light this close, roll me a perception check, Co. Actually, you know what? Don't even do that. So, you notice behind this goblin, there is a carving on the wall.
does it look similar to the carvings that we've seen thus far?
You can't see too much of it because of the way the body has been pinned.
I'm going to use my telekinesis to try and pry the spear out of the goblin and kind of like push him out of the way.
Okay. You use it, and you are able to push the body and the spear away from the wall, and they crumple onto the floor. There, carved onto the wall, does appear to be a symbol similar to those that you had seen before. But, as you do not know Dwarven, you can't tell for sure.
Remind me, it was Temin who was able to say something. Temin, over here.
I'll walk over.
I need your eyes. What does that say?
So he points out a carving on the wall of a rune, but this isn't Dwarvish. This is Draconic.
It is not something I can read. I do not believe it is Dwarvish.
Zin, surely you must have learned something of languages in your time.
Well, I do know some of Draconic, being a follower of Tamara myself.
I'm gonna hear him say Draconic and kind of snap my neck. What Draconic? What's going on over there?
Oh yeah, that's right. Kane, we have use for you again, of course.
Of course, it would be me and not Zin. Move over, everybody. What do we need?
Clearly, this was for you.
Zin kind of steps aside. Kane, this would be amusing to Kane, but carved on there is the name Ashardalon, who is an ancient red dragon, an evil entity who sought any means to extend his own life, even the darkest magics possible.
I'm gonna be classic. This is a good one. If you guys could read it, it'd be good. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, no, it's nothing to really worry about. It's just more stuff. Dragon stuff. A Chardalon, you know. Y'all know, right?
what is in the Charterlawn?
It's just it has to do with like another fucking fake ass story and fake ass living forever stuff, you know.
DM, would I know what that is?
Roll me a history check.
That's the wrong one. There we go. That's a 12.
No. Zin speaks up. Yes. A Charlatan it was an ancient evil, but hopefully we have nothing to worry of such a thing down here, this being such an ancient place and all, especially if goblins are roaming around. They'd probably be all we have to worry of.
Yeah, even the goblins have something to worry about, clearly. Other goblins just spearing each other.
Is this common practice? Goblins killing goblins? Or is this some kind of...
I mean, I've seen guys in bars do this to each other, so I have no clue.
I mean more for sacrificial rituals. Looking at the emblem again.
As far as sacrificial, blah, blah, I'm not really a know of that. I just know killing a guy is killing a guy, whether it's on chalk or not. So.
And killing a guy isn't nice, by the way. I'm not happy with any of this.
Unless they deserve.
No.
Yes.
No.
At this point, Ko's kind of like squatted down. He's like, yes. Sometimes people deserve it.
No. She's gonna just be very stubborn. Just no.
So
I'm gonna walk through there face to face and be like, okay, I do agree with Ko here, though.
What are we doing?
You said there's 2 doors in this room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3 counting the one you came through. Yeah, there's door to the north, door to the south, some crumbled rubble around you.
Which door is the farthest one away from the group?
Well, if you're all standing by that rune, they're equidistant because it was the middle of the western wall.
I'm gonna go look at the door we haven't looked at yet.
While she does that, Temin, I am going to take a knee, pull out my sword, and decapitate the dead goblin that had the spear through him, and take the skull with me.
As Phoebe's walking away, she's just gonna not even look behind her and just say, and this is why I'm walking away.
So avoiding...
Wait. Be careful. Remember what happened to Cain?
Well, see, I didn't make any jokes like Cain, so I should be okay.
When was I joking? It's still Zin's fault.
But you joked about your arm being bitten off by a rat, and then it happened again.
And that would happen 2 times, and then it didn't happen the 3rd time.
And then I'm just gonna keep walking.
So walking away from what Temin is doing to that deceased goblin, it would say that he's closer to the north door, so you're heading to the south door. You're just inspecting the door?
Yes.
It is stone, as opposed to the northern door, which appears to have been made of wood. Yeah. You are... Yeah, you don't have any special sight. So, at this distance where you are, the light is fairly dim from Zin's torch. But the stone door itself... Yeah, it's not... Hold on. Yeah, it's not quite remarkable in any way other than the fact that the other 2 doors in the room are wooden and this one is stone.
Cool. And like, would I be able to just tell that by like touching it? Do I actually see that it's stone, even though it's dark?
With the low light, you can tell that it's stone.
Okay, cool.
If you touch it, it is cool to the touch, but much like the rest of the stone here underground, it would be.
Cool. I'm gonna walk back to the group.
Okay.
So that door is made of stone, and this one's made of wood. I don't know if that's important, but yeah. We can go look at that door if you want.
Lead the way.
I don't have light though.
I like snatches in so fast. Worry not.
There we go. Yeah, it's much better.
Here, I'll make another one. He hands it out.
I'll grab the torch.
All right.
I'll hand it over.
So Zin produces another torch, and Temin also has one. And you're all going to the southern door?
Yes.
All right. Do you open it?
I'll give it a slight push if it opens.
Okay. It is heavy, but if you give it enough force to open it, it will slowly start to swing open. A cool breeze of air coming towards you from the other side. That hint of rot still lingering. In this room, it is another cobblestone area. It's about 20 feet wide on either side and in much disrepair. The far end has crumbled completely, preventing access to that side. And there is a door on the western side. And on it, there is a relief on the door of a rearing dragon, and there is a single keyhole in the dragon's mouth.
I'm gonna kind of elbows in. So I know, like, this is your first time here, but, like, do you by chance have any mystical keys that you just happen to have too?
No, that would be convenient.
Yeah. Any weird ass map that you guys found and just someone drew up somewhere like that you might have of this place or something too? Because, like, I don't know, y'all are weird when it comes to this shit.
Unfortunately not. Perhaps if any of you have a picking set? He walks up to the door and he traces his fingers over the relief of the dragon. Interesting. Yes.
When I start approaching behind him.
There are 2 locks on this door. There is a physical and also an arcane lock.
As he says arcane, I'll be like pulling out my set of thieves' tools, and then I'm kind of gonna just like stop. I don't really deal with arcane in that way, but a regular lock, you might have some luck.
Please.
No. He said there's an arcane one. Well, clearly that would throw it off any attempts to get past said door, even if you manage to pick the physical one, right?
Yes.
Some might say it's even a trap for anyone who would dare to pick the physical lock.
It's possible, though I would hope not.
King, get over here. I need you for something.
I'm gonna walk up. All right, what are my big shoulders gonna help out with right now?
All right, so I need you to touch this.
What am I
I'm
touching?
pointing at the at the dragon and the locks and everything like that, all of that wall.
Do I notice anything in particular when I look at this emblem?
No, not anything specific. It is carved directly into the stone door.
Okay. I'm gonna point right out of his nose, and I'm gonna say, "If I lose a finger, you get me a new one." And then I'm just gonna touch it.
You touch the door, and it's cool to the touch. You also feel some magical energy circling around it.
All right. Well, it's cold. What else do you want from me?
Just leave your hand there, just in case. I'm gonna
All right.
start trying to pick the regular lock.
I'm gonna
Okay.
like lean on it now. I'm gonna put my hand on my hip and like just lean on as I wait.
All right, give me a. So you're going to attempt to pick the door.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
I got a 9.
You were unsuccessful in picking the lock.
Well, shit.
Hey, Zin,
Yes.
are you able to dispel things at all?
I was actually about to attempt that.
Okay.
You see as Zin points towards the door, and magical energy shoots forward. Try it. Kane, your hand's still on the door, right? You still feel that magical presence.
Kane, does your hand feel any different?
It feels cold. It feels energy. Like, I imagine. I don't know. I don't do it. So I'm just going to assume that magical thing you guys are all like, magic. It's magic. It's magic. It's clearly magic.
I don't think it was dispelled.
Well, typically, if you want to enter somewhere and you don't have the key, you have to ask, right?
Oh.
See, this is the permission thing I was talking about earlier. You told me you didn't have to ask for permission, and here we are, and now we have had to have asked for permission. and we didn't.
Okay. To be fair, we got this far without asking for permission, but now you can ask for permission, right? Like,
But you got attacked by rats multiple times.
and I walk into a bar and get attacked by most men and civilians at any given time.
could go to other bars.
Oh, my dear, you haven't traveled with me long. If someone's gonna ask the door, I suggest we do it now.
Mr. Door, can you please open for us? Did it do anything?
Nothing happens.
All right, I'm gonna take Booker, and Booker's gonna put a hand on the door, and I'm gonna be like, Mr. Door, will you please open the door for Booker? Anything happen?
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Then Zin behind you goes, "Oh." And then he points again at the door, and you hear a knocking sound. And Kane, you do not feel the magic anymore. Did that do anything?
I think Booker actually fixed it for us, if anything.
You didn't tell me you could do that.
I don't know. See if the handle
Oh.
works, or try and pick it again.
You are just full of wonders.
Isn't he though?
Yes, absolutely.
The attempt at the door handle, it is still locked, but you may attempt to pick the lock once more.
All right. Let's be a winner. That is a 19 this time.
All right. So, Ko, you attempt to pick the lock once more, feeling a bit more confident this time that nothing adverse will happen to you. And then you hear that satisfying click and thunk of the lock giving way to the door.
Yes. You guys had to dispel the magic first, and then the lock gave way, as it should.
I mean, we didn't dispel it. We asked it for permission. I hope everyone
very
learned
right.
a valuable lesson.
Thank you for the correction. Yes, next time, King, you need to ask for permission.
That's right.
I'm still not gonna do that.
All right.
I'm gonna look out at Phoebe. Don't worry, he's stubborn. It's okay.
Yeah.
You opening the door?
Yes.
So, as the door swings open, there is a loud of air escaping this chamber and entering the room you stand in. It is very stale air. It's clear that this door has not been opened in quite some time. As you step in, a thick layer of dust hangs over everything. And there are 4 unique carvings. 3 to the north, which hold crystalline globes, and 1 to the south, whose globe is faintly glowing blue. And within this room, there is the light sound of musical notes. What would you like to do?
How do the notes sound? Are they like ominous?
It is.
Okay. I don't like that.
What instrument or what kind of instrument does it sound like it's coming from?
Organ.
An organ.
I'm gonna tap the side of my head while looking at everybody else. Is that just me, or do I hear sound coming from the
No,
organ?
You hear it. And as I say that, I'm gonna actually unstrap my lute and start tuning it and strumming along ever so slightly.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you play music.
It's part of the job. Not this job per se, but one of my jobs.
I was like, I'm not prepared to play music, but I could sing to the best of my ability if I needed to.
Hey,
As he plays, I'm gonna stroll into the room a little bit more.
it is sometimes.
I'm sorry, you're going to what?
I'm gonna walk into the room a little bit more, kind of looking around this time, not to be caught off guard by wall darts or floor breaks or something stupid this time.
Sure.
But looking around to see if maybe there's more. Now it's becoming obvious there's more dragon artifacts, writing, anything like that that might stand out to Kane.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Oh my gosh, another 20, dirty 20.
All right. So as you wander around this area, you're looking for loose floor tiles, wall stones, anything of the nature, and you're not finding any traps or anything like that. However, as you search the south end of the room, the music gets louder, and it fills all your heads upon Kane's approach. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
That's an 18 for me.
13.
Oh, that's a nat 1 for me.
25.
For those of you that did not exceed 15, you are now charmed.
Hmm.
And thus, you find yourselves moving out of the room. And the only destination in your mind is the first area that you were in when you first got here. The exact area with the pit trap.
Who failed it?
So Kane and Co. now seem to be almost mesmerized, walking back from whence you came.
Ko, you didn't finish playing.
Am I still playing along to it? Just walking away?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Ko, wow, you can walk and play at the same time.
Where are you two headed?
Are we aware that our companions are speaking to us?
Yes, but you cannot speak back.
I see.
Phoebe, something's wrong.
What's wrong?
They're not responding.
Maybe they're doing that telepathic thing that they do and don't tell us that they're doing.
Speaking of which, if I feel I can't vocalize my words, can I try to...
The only thing on your
select-
mind is heading back to that first area.
Sure.
Now, as you exit the door into that smaller room with the rubble on the south end of it, make another saving throw.
Me too.
Yep.
I have no
17.
pluses to my wisdom. Oh my god, 2.
You're
Ko,
going up
you,
one by one.
Submitting to the music.
Ko, you find yourself snapping out of it. While you can still hear the music, you are no longer under its spell. Kane, however, you are now back in the circular room with all the dead goblins.
How far did I make it to that room before I snapped out of it?
You're a few steps behind Kane.
I'm going to immediately kind of like go and grab him
Okay.
by his arm, like forcefully, and
so-
kind of call out, "Temin, come here!"
I rush towards Ko and Kane.
All right. In an attempt to restrain Kane, give me a strength check. And Kane, give me a strength saving throw.
I guess my loot is on the floor right now. Oh, let's see. I just rolled it in.
That's a nat 1 for me.
Oh, please let that be the 18, not the 2.
This
It's
will be
a
the
2.
next one.
I rolled a 2. Kane is too strong.
So, Kane, you quite easily shrug out of their arms, and you exit the round room back into the first area at the bottom of the stairs. And right before you step on that same spot on the ground, roll me another saving throw.
All right, changing my dice on this one. 14.
I think the DC's a 15.
Wait, what? I
It's
thought
a-
it was a wisdom saving throw.
Of 15.
But it was a 15 instead of 14 that you had to
Oh
beat.
no.
Yeah, so seeing them going down, I'm just like kind of running after him. Can I like grab on Kane's tail and like dig my heels in and try to help them stop him?
I have nothing. I have nothing to go against this.
So, Kane, you do pause for a moment of hesitation.
So close.
While
Before,
your companions, yes, Ko?
before Kane seemingly goes into this trap, can I command him to stop?
What would take precedent here? Command is a first level. Make a, well, you can choose to fail the save, Kane, otherwise make a wisdom saving throw. If you fail the save, then Ko succeeds in commanding you to stop.
I'll probably just fail it,
All right?
right?
Make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. 4.
You all still hear the music. It's in your ears.
The music is coming from somewhere.
It's messing with our perceptions. It's taking hold of us.
And Kane, you fall in the pit again.
Phoebe's gonna dart back in the room that they were in.
Okay.
She's like, hold on, we'll be right back. And we're gonna run to that room that we were just in.
All right.
Zin, go with her. Oh wait, who has the other?
Where's
Oh,
Zin?
yeah, where's Zin?
That's right. Zin exists.
I forgot the dude.
Oh,
He
God.
failed.
Let's see what happened.
He was in the pit before Kane.
Yeah. He was in the pit before Kane.
Kane's about to squish him.
Oh god.
Off the top ropes, and then just people's elbow and Zin's dead.
Zin does snap out of it at the bottom of the pit. Kane, roll me another saving throw. Phoebe, what are you doing?
Can I tell which direction?
It's coming from the glowing orb.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the orb.
I think Kane failed again.
No, I got 16. I
Oh,
said,
there you
thank
go.
God.
Oh, good.
Very nice.
Oh, well, I'm going to come too and just be like, just looking at Zin. Well, this is stupid. Where the hell are we?
I'm not sure. That all I was thinking about was heading back. I don't know what happened. You can climb out and head back to the room. Phoebe, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the orb. Do I have any, like, can I tell how to turn it off? Can I tell how to make it stop making noise?
No, but you know that sometimes broken things don't work so good.
That was gonna be what I did next. Can I push it?
Yep.
And cool. I'm gonna push it.
Okay. So you go to push it off of the pedestal that it sits on, and it seems to be affixed upon it.
Oh. I don't know if we can ask it for permission. It seems pretty stubborn. Okay. And then I'm gonna run back.
Okay. Kane, you have emerged from the hole.
I'm also going to try and help out Zin as I'm like, no, grab that one. Let's go. I'm like kind of like leaning over, like trying to reach for him and guide him up.
He's quite miserable.
Yes. I've been down there twice. Let's go. Moping isn't gonna get you up here any faster.
Oh, good. You're back.
Where did I go? Where'd I go? I just know I woke up and I was down there.
Something's messing with our minds.
And
Yes.
yep, I'm gonna run back and I'll be like, okay, so if we go back in there, I tried to push it off of the pedestal thing. It didn't want to go off the pedestal thing. I asked it nicely. It still didn't move.
What
But
are
I
you
think
referring
if-
to?
Isn't on the pedestal, it might not make sound.
Are you talking about the orb?
Yes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
take it. Oh, go ahead. Go on, Tim.
I was gonna say, sometimes the best persuasion is a little show of force, and I pull off my greatsword for the first time in front of them.
Yes.
Listen, guys, whatever it is, I sure as hell can't go back in that room, cause I might end up in the pit again.
You should be fine for now. Don't worry. Come here. And
Is it out yet?
Zin's out, yeah.
Okay.
even if Kane hasn't moved yet, Ko's gonna walk over and kind of reach up. It kind of just like touch his forehead, like, all right, you'll be fine now. You'll be completely fine now. At least for a while.
You know that I don't believe in any of that stuff, right?
Don't worry though. Well, regardless if you don't believe in it or not, something brought you over here against your will, and yeah.
Yeah, it was that thing in the other room. That's why I can't go in that other room because I was the one. I was
No,
the
but
only important one who ended up in the hole.
well, that's because, well, you broke out of it too late.
I think this is the first time I'm the only one not distracted. Is this what it feels like?
Temin, that's a great sword you have there. And I like in your plan.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So those of you heading back to the gallery there, you can hear the music playing. But it does not seem to be affecting you as it was. Temin?
Ko, as much as I like music, I think I prefer your kind. I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna swing my greatsword.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm gonna actually walk back and grab my loot off the floor.
All right. Temin, as your sword hits it, the orb cracks and then shatters into pieces. And the music stops.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be able to do that. Thanks, Temin.
Worry not,
Now-
Phoebe.
Now that it's
There's other
quiet,
things.
is it like...
Yeah, now it's eerily quiet.
All right, I kind of got used to the music. Cole, can you play something?
And Phoebe, you can sing us a song.
I'm going to like not intentionally, but because it was the last thing that I was playing, I'm gonna start playing the same tune that the orb was making that I was already strumming along with.
Okay. All right. Does Kane join back with his crew?
Oh yeah, now that the music is gone, for sure he's in there.
All right. So there is another door on the other side. A stone door. No carvings or reliefs on this one.
All right, so seeing what Temin did the last time with the stone door, Phoebe's just gonna walk up to it and give it the best push she can.
Okay. You push the door open, and there is a 20-foot long hallway. The air inside is very stale.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the goblin head I took off earlier, walk up to the door, and just bowl it right down the hallway.
Very clever. You roll the decapitated head down the hallway, and about halfway through, you hear the sound of stone as a part of the floor presses inward, and 5 arrows shoot out of the walls.
I'm glad that we brought you along, Tim, and you were very resourceful.
Better that head than us being like those goblins we saw.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, do we have another head just in case it reloads or something? Like any other body parts in your pocket there, Temin?
Do we have to use heads?
No, we can still use King. That's what I normally do.
We could also use Booker.
No, you cannot.
So was it the heads of the Booker?
No.
All right, heads
Or the
it
king.
is. Zen, would you have anything in your pocket you'd like to contribute?
It's like, anyone looking into the room, give me a... Actually, is anybody going into the room, or are you just throwing stuff still into it?
Not like looking and seeing what.
I'm gonna
what
take a
can be
look.
done.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
That is a 6.
Okay.
It's very dark.
There does not appear to be any other traps.
I'm
Mine
gonna.
was a 19.
Oh,
So, Ko, you're looking in, and you don't see any other traps either. But looking down at the pressure plate, it has not lifted back up after being pressed down.
Is the head still on it? Too? Or did it keep rolling?
The head kept rolling.
Gotcha. From where I'm at, can I see the head down the hallway at all?
Yeah. Yeah. With Temin standing next to you, the light glowing in, you can still see the head.
I'm going to use my mind to lift the head and kind of retrieve it and bring it back down the hallway.
Okay. You've retrieved the head.
Temin, try rolling it along a different path. I know you were aiming this way last time, but let's try this again, just in case. Just in case.
Didn't know you liked playing with heads that much. And I just toss it again.
Okay. Nothing happens.
All right, Kane, it's all safe. You can lead the way, our fearless leader.
I'm gonna just
We
hand.
checked it. It's for you.
That's good enough for me. That's all I asked. So I guess in I go, and I'm just gonna take.
Avoid that plate that hasn't risen back up yet. Just make sure. Just leave it alone. Just try to avoid it. But you should be fine.
Is the plate obvious?
It's pretty obvious, yeah. Now that it's
yeah.
depressed in the ground, you can see it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and step over the plate then.
Okay. You make it to the other side of the room, no problem. There's another stone door ahead of you.
No problem, guys. Do you see that? And there's another door with no weird symbols on it.
And then a giant javelin stabs in. No, I'm just kidding.
King
Yeah.
kebab.
Oh God.
The whole party's like, ooh, ah, ee.
Cure wounds. Can you open it?
Oh, sure. Yeah, nobody else traveled the end of the hall with me, so I open this door and a lion bites off my head. Sure. And
Oh,
I'm
I'm
just going
a-
to actually open it
Everyone's
anyways. Like,
I didn't say that.
I've got to start walking towards him.
All right.
It's all right.
So, Kane, you swing open the door, and your body plus Ko's body in this hallway is blocking much of the light being cast from Temit's torch. But you open the door into the next room, and immediately what you can tell is just the heavy amount of dust in here. It's like gray snow piled up on the floor. But from where you stand right now, you can't see much else.
well, I think the only dangers in here might be just some allergies.
What
Well,
kind of
guys.
allergies?
If I had a torch, maybe I would be able to tell you what I'd be allergic to in there.
I'm curious, Kane. Do dragons sneeze? And when they sneeze, do they breathe whatever their elemental breath is?
Oh, that thing? No, I hold it back. I try not to use that at all. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I feel
A
like
torch?
nothing could leave a bad taste in your mouth, but okay.
Oh, there's plenty of things, my dear Phoebe. Plenty of
Oh
things.
God.
Anyways, I'm not. You don't have time for that list. And we got to get in there.
Oh, okay.
All right, so who's entering this room?
I'll go in first.
Okay. So Temin steps in, his torch illuminating the entirety. And you can see in this room, to the south, it is... so it's unremarkable, save for the north end of the room. There is a curved wall, an alcove of sorts, and sitting within it is a large carved statue of a dragon. Upon closer inspection, it is carved from white marble with red veins in it. So there is a spattering of red lines throughout the white marble of this dragon statue. Do you approach it to inspect it?
I'm going to turn back and let the others know of it first.
Okay. Someone informs all of you of his finding.
I'll go in.
I'll follow.
Okay. And you all do see this 10-foot tall dragon statue. The dust hangs on it, much as it clings to everything else.
It's dusty.
Seeing that there's so much dust, I'm gonna kind of like reach down and kind of like get a pinch of it and kind of inspect it a little bit. Does anything seem off about this dust?
It's a lot of years.
It's a lot of years worth of dust.
Hey, Ko, did you know that dust is like 99% dead skin?
On Eberron, we only think of it as particles within the world and the universe that we inhabit. But thank you for your insight. There's much to learn about Toril.
That was a lot that you just said, and I didn't know what it was, but I'm glad that I could help.
I'll pat her on the head like, you did great. You did great.
Does this... Okay, this is more again, this is just for Kane's sake. Does this dragon a nod to a Chardalon, or is it just a standard dragon? Is it a dragon in particular? Is there any writing on the base of it?
That is a great question. As you inspect this statue, it does not appear to be a white dragon, which a Chardalon was. And you don't see any inscriptions on it. And stepping forward, suddenly, the dragon's head moves and looks at you. Then its marble jaw begins to open and close as a voice speaks from within. We come at night without being fetched. We disappear by day without being stolen. What are we?
I'm assuming we all heard that.
Yes, you all see and hear this statue speak to Kane.
Could you repeat that? I don't think I heard that the first time.
I'm gonna put a hand up. I actually think I might know this one. I'm not sure though.
Okay.
He said, we come at night without being fetched. We disappear in the day without being stolen. It's actually one of my dear friend's favorite one. If she even is telling it right. Am I right? Am I right? This thing could want a different answer, but I know what she says. I don't know if it's the answer though.
I mean,
do tell.
I mean, I don't want to overstep here if someone else wants to have a go.
It's stars, isn't it?
It's stars. That's what I was thinking.
So
she has it on a tapestry, so it's hard to miss when you go in her office.
At the utterance of stars, the dragon's head returns to its original position, and you hear the sound of stone grinding against stone. And a cool draft hits you from the west side of the room. Turning your heads, you see a passageway has opened up in the wall.
I guess it was the right answer.
Yeah, I'm getting really good at this. I'll be home in no time.
I'll roll my eyes at Ko and just kind of laugh to myself.
So
missed the fun with this party.
you guys are more than welcome to come with me.
Maybe.
We use magic in ways you couldn't even imagine back home. Even a skeptic like this idiot over here would have to believe in magic.
I'm just gonna kind of smile with my arms crossed. It's your home, man. And if you want to go back for whatever reasons you want to go back, that's for you.
I have plenty. But anyways, lead on.
Lead on.
So, you enter into this next area, and amidst all the dust, you find 6 alcoves lining the walls. And as you enter in, looking down and around, the dust in this room has been disturbed. There appear to be tracks in the room. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
10.
13.
18.
17.
Okay. So, all of you note that these are tiny humanoid footprints. And in fact, they begin in the southwestern alcove, and they head to the western side of the room. Upon further inspection, you find a pit here.
Are they like small humanoid, like Phoebe, or do you mean like goblins?
Not small, rather tiny.
Hey, Kane, do you want to go check out that pit for us too, or are you good up here?
Well, I'm the biggest one, so I mean, I'm the closest to the bottom if I fall in. I'll just start walking over to go take a look in.
Okay. You take a look into the pit, and you find that 10 feet deep are several spikes, much more deadly than the previous pit you found yourself enjoying oh so much.
Oh yeah, no, this one I don't care to figure out what's down here because I probably won't be getting back up. So this one, let's not go down this one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless being impaled is your thing, I'm not gonna stop anybody's in. I don't know what you guys are into or anything, but there are spikes down here.
Oh, okay.
Zen, just in case you didn't hear me, Zen.
Well, I feel that we are getting much, much closer. This is perfect. We will have to find a way across.
Phoebe, can you ask Zin where are we going exactly in this mythical land that he didn't even know existed? What is our end goal again?
Okay. Hey, Zen. Where are we going again?
Well, we have to find the Gothius tree.
And you think a tree could live down here? It seems like nothing else can live down here. And I know trees require a lot of sunlight and love, and neither of those things are down here.
Well, while you are correct, the tree itself is magical of nature, and especially with Bellic, he would be able to ensure that it grows. All of our knowledge about where this tree resides is in this fortress. If it's not ahead of us, then perhaps it's another path.
How long is the pit?
5 feet.
Pit. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I mean, can we just jump?
Zin steps forward and he approaches with his torch and goes to look over the edge. Ooh. Oh, I would not want to fall down there. And Kane, as you kind of just, right?
Yeah, I said that. I said that. Come on.
You notice something out of the corner of your eye, and you look up across the pit. There's a creature hunched over on the other side. Small and fiendish. Big black eyes stare back at you, reflecting in the fire of the torch. 2 horns protrude from either side of its head. Its pale green skin. This is a Quasit, a fiend from the abyss.
Does only Kane see it?
Right now, yes.
Aw.
I'm just gonna turn my head in that direction and narrow my eyes,
It cocks
And-
its head to the side.
and then I'm gonna just out loud say, "Oh, good, you are real." Not really like feeling threatened by the creature. Kane's gonna cockily just kind of advise the party. There's a little beastie up here, and I wouldn't mind having a wrestle with it if it decides to come at me. And I'm gonna slowly start reaching for big weapon.
No, no, put it back.
I'm not moving my eyes from it, but I am moving slowly and still pulling my
No.
weapon.
No, Kane, put down the great sword.
Can all see it on the other side now, illuminated by the torch. Zin gives out a surprised "Oh!" when he sees it. And then it stands up. I'm not so scary once you get to know me.
Who said anybody was scared of you? And I'm gonna have my greatsword just like hanging at my side.
He then begins to walk on his back 2 legs towards you and disappears.
You scared it.
I'm sure he'll be back. I'm sure he's not gone.
That's not very nice. When you meet people, you shake hands. You don't reach for swords.
I'm going to use Divine Sense
Okay.
once he disappears to see if he's still within 60 feet of us.
Oh, yeah. In fact, he's behind you now.
I'm going to immediately grab both my dual swords.
Temin.
The
No.
Quasit then appears from its invisibility behind all of you, near the entrance that you had come in. I am bound here to protect this place. I will do what I must. And then he lunges forward.
Before that, could I ask, and what do you protect?
The Dragon Priest. So, what is the marching order here? From the pit to the door. Who's in the back?
If he was in front of me and I was in the front, and then he went behind us, I'm in the back.
Yep. So Kane,
Yeah.
Phoebe, and Zin are in the back. Then I assume we have Ko, then Temin.
Temin's probably the closest to him.
All right, Temin. So, he's going to lunge forward. What is your dexterity?
It is 8.
Okay. So he attacks first. And misses. He comes forward and he has his claws outward and he slashes, barely missing you as you step out of the way. You may make your action.
All right. Using my 2 blades, I'm going to swing for an attack with my action and go for attack with my bonus action.
Okay.
It's going to be a nat 20 to hit and a 13 to hit.
All right. So both of those hit. What is your max amount of damage that you can output?
I'm going to Divine Smite as soon as I hit with the nat 20. So it's going to be 2d4 plus 2 for the first attack.
Okay.
That's going to be 8, I guess, is the max damage for it. And then Divine
Okay.
Smite at first level is 2d8. So it's 2d8 plus 2d4 plus 2. Alright.
Now, to remind you, this thing is tiny.
He's going for the killing shot.
It's the principle of the matter.
Okay. All right. So you, in fact, you step out of the way of the attack and then bring your sword in. Before you even move your second blade, he's chopped in half. And his body begins to writhe on the ground while his black blood oozes out.
Okay. He's just dead at this point, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm just gonna kind of like shrug my shoulder and be like, man, I really was hoping to get to know him. He said he wasn't so scary, so.
He said he was here to protect the dragon priest.
They're always protecting something, right?
Yeah, but now we'll never know. So that's great.
I'm sure he's not the only one, because if that was their only defense, I'm pretty sure this place wouldn't have been a legend or a myth or whatever, right?
That's a fair point.
Can we... Is there anything on his body that identifies what he is? I know he's a fiend, but...
It is a quasit, so...
Can I Google it now?
It
that
is
it's
a
dead?
demon. Yeah.
How common knowledge are they? Are they pretty common knowledge in the D&D world, or is this something like more abstract?
Yeah, they're known to be mischievous, like minions in the abyss.
Oh.
They're
I think
cuties.
someone looked it up.
Yeah, so clearly this thing has no clothes or items on it. I was just curious if it had any type of affiliation.
No, it's got no markings on it.
I mean, I think he's kind of cute.
As you look over him, though, the blood on the ground begins to bubble.
Is it like dissipating into the air, or is it just...
Currently, it's just bubbling.
Is that meant to happen with these creatures?
Good question.
How far down the hall am I able to see?
You can see the whole way with the torch.
Okay. Is it like a dead end? Does it look like there's a door on the other side?
Oh, sorry, on the other side of the pit.
Yes.
Roll me a perception check.
Let me open up my character sheet because for some reason I keep closing out of it. I don't know why. Oh. We're getting there. Thanks, D&D Beyond. Skills, da-na-na-na. Rolling. That's a 23.
Okay. You see on the other side of the pit is a sarcophagus. pretty long sarcophagus at that. Almost 10 feet in length, if you were to guess.
How easily could I jump over this pit?
Fairly easily.
I'm gonna jump over the pit.
Okay, roll me athletics or acrobatics.
Shit.
Temin, while that's happening, the blood bubbling on the ground then begins to coalesce, and the two halves of the closet begin to pull together before sealing.
Okay. Can I grab the body while that's happening?
Sure.
I'm going to drag it by the horns. I'm going to toss it right into the spikes.
Okay. So as you're dragging it across the room, Phoebe, what'd you get?
I don't know if you see it. It's a 20. It's a dirty 20.
Cleared. And we'll get to what happens on the other side in a moment. So as Temin's dragging it by its horns, it goes,
No, you freed me. Stop.
Oh. In that case, from what? As I'm still tugging on its horn slightly.
You broke my binding. My watch over the Dragon Priest has ended. I'm free.
I'm resting my great sword on my shoulders while I'm just listening to this.
I'm going to stop dragging it, but I'm going to still hold him by its horns and then put my blade against its throat. And what exactly bound you here?
They're magic.
He then disappears, though you can still feel his horn in your hand for a moment before that disappears too. You then hear the fluttering of wings, and a small bat appears in the room before flying out the entrance you had come in. So, I imagine you all looking around like,
Yeah.
did that just happen?
Please.
Nah, I'm jumping over a pit.
So
Oh, yeah,
Phoebe, you land on the other side of the pit, and you find these violet marble tiles. They're cracked or broken in various places, still covered in dust. There are sconces in each corner of the room, and when you jump in, one of them erupts in a greenish flame. The sarcophagus in the center of the room is carved with dragons, and the head of it resembles a dragon's head. There are iron clasps firmly holding down the lid.
Cool. So I'm like looking at that, and I'm gonna look back at the party who did or did not notice me jump over the pit, and I'm gonna be like, I think this is the dragon priest he was talking about, or it could be something else. Either way, it looks pretty locked down. Don't know if we should open it.
I'm gonna look at Zen, and I'm gonna look back at Phoebe. Well, does it look like a tree?
No, it looks like something a dead person would sleep in.
I'm gonna look at Zen. So, feeling touchy? You want to stick your fingers in that? What do you want to do, Zen?
I do not. Perhaps there could be treasures within, I don't know, but if this is the dead end of this way, then perhaps this is not where the tree lies. We may need to double back.
Do you want me to open it?
I'm gonna pause a minute and read the other two.
Let us cross together first.
How much room is on the other side of the pit? How many feet we talking here?
There's about 10 feet on either side of the sarcophagus. So, enough room to walk around, but if you wanted to start spinning in circles, you know, it'd get a little tight.
All right, I won't touch it yet, even though I really wanna.
The rest of you who are jumping over, give me athletics or acrobatics to make it.
I'm gonna strap up my loot and prepared dog.
That's a 10.
Lord.
Okay. What did you
Got a
get, Ko?
An 8.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
15.
Okay, there we go. I was like, motherfuckers.
All right. Well, thankfully you just needed a 5, so you all make it over, no problem.
Nice.
And yeah, you see a room, violet tiles covering the floor and the walls, many of them cracked and broken. A single torch of green light is lit up in the corner of the room. The sarcophagus itself covered in dragons, and the head of it is that of a dragon.
So do you want to bust it open now, or are we gonna bust it open later?
I think Kane should do it. You're a dragonborn, so like maybe you are the best to communicate on behalf of us, and you're the leader. So
Whoa. Yeah, whoa. You want me to pop and I'm assuming she said this looks, so does this look like a sarcophagus? Does this look like a grave?
Oh yeah, this is a sarcophagus.
So you want me to open this ancient grave of a respected dragon of some sort and get elbow deep in that when we have no business with this piece of property at all? I mean, I get what you guys are saying. However, yes, I am a dragonborn, and I don't want to disrespect any bloodline that is associated with dragons because we get spit on enough. And this temple was protected for a reason, so why can't we just leave well enough alone and help our friend here with a tree fiasco that he needs?
yeah, that's actually a very valid point.
Kane,
Zin,
you're
does
very
this
selectively responsible.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't plan on getting my hands dirty with any weird ass curse or something else that might follow us out of here that I don't need on my tail.
Spoken like a true leader, as I pat Kane on the shoulder.
Ugh, I'm just gonna cringe at. Ugh. Listen, and I'm gonna remove his hand. Listen, what I'm saying is, do what you want. I'll turn a blind eye, but I don't want to have any dealings with this. Plus, it could just be another trap. So, if we can help Zin and it's not here, that's what we're getting paid to do.
Fair assessment.
Very fair. Zin, do
Yes.
you have any business with this sarcophagus?
As it pertains to the Gulthius tree, no, I do not.
Well then, I guess Kane is right. We've got no business here.
I'm just gonna kind of look it over one more time. Does anything like jump out to me at all?
Give me a perception check. At a base site, there are 6 rusty latches on it. All of them closed.
13.
But you do see an inscription on the rim of the lid in Draconic. And it states, "A dragon priest entombed alive for transgressions of the law still retains the honor of his position."
I'm just gonna, I'm just seeing that. I'm just gonna kind of put my greatsword away, turn around. I have no further interest being in here, and just say, as I said, we have no business with a dead body. Leave it alone.
Okay. So do you all make your way back from whence you came?
Hey, Zen.
Yes.
Does the rumors or the legends or the story of the tree have anything to do with dragons at all?
No, none. There were mentions that the Citadel was a base for dragon worshippers. Probably evidenced by all the things we've seen so far. But it's ancient, and most of that is lost to history anyways.
Well, a dragon priest is technically a part of history, so then a dragon priest would know more than we know since they were alive back before we were, so maybe they know about your tree.
It is possible, though I do not think that the tree was a part of the Citadel originally. It could have been, maybe, perhaps. Maybe that's where it comes from. I do not know that much. But that's assuming that he's still alive in there after hundreds of years.
Hey, Kane. How serious are you about not opening that box?
I don't think we need to open the box unless we move. We've had other choices. We've had other doors. If we move forward and we find out we need to come back and open the box, we know right where it is with all the traps. But why touch the box if it's someone else's dead body? Would you like it if someone stuck your fingers in your grave?
Well, I was just asking to respect your opinion, but if you want to give me a sour attitude about it, well, then I'll be on my way.
Oh, no. You're misreading the whole situation. I'm not reading any sour attitude here. I'm just letting you know that I already said my piece. And I will continue to repeat my piece. But if you guys feel like you need to dive headfirst into there, I will turn my eye.
No need. Let us move on.
All right. So we will leave the mystery of the sarcophagus untouched for now. And you head back to the ruins of the tower. The second area you had entered here, the Citadel, with the goblin corpses. Now, at this point, it has been about a full day since you have last rested. If you have cast any spells or used any abilities, if you would like to rest, perhaps one of these rooms would be safe to do so in if you would like to. Zin mentions that it might be good to take a camp.
I'll take the first watch.
Very well.
Okay. And then we need a second watch.
I will take the second.
Okay. So, first watch, Temin, give me a perception check, please.
That is a 10.
I was actually gonna say I'm probably gonna stay up because I don't feel safe enough to rest, and I don't really have a reason to. So I'm gonna. Can I also make a perception?
Okay. Would you like to make a short rest or a long rest?
I'll take a short one.
No, the whole party.
Oh.
There's no real reason to take a long rest.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kane's down for a short rest. He's injured, but he's still moving. He's
He got
fine.
the shit
All
beat
right.
out of him.
So yeah, we'll do a short
Well,
rest.
to be fair, I was healed the first time. The second time I wasn't, so I'm fine. I'm fine.
Phoebe, go ahead and roll a perception check as well. Temin, what did you get?
I got a 10.
Okay.
Dude, I'm rolling hot. Fucking
On all those perception checks.
24, baby.
All right. Is there anything you would like to do during your watch together?
Hey, Tammin.
Yes, Phoebe.
Well, I know that, you have your code and your principles, and I know that you do things because they're important to you, but are those things really necessary?
It is for our survival. I fight to protect my own. And right now, Phoebe, I consider you one of my own.
Well, that's really nice, but I don't see what that has to do with chopping off the head of dead goblins and stabbing dead horses and then throwing the goblin's head down a hallway.
Phoebe, you must understand that they are no longer alive.
I get that, but you also have to respect the dead. They lived lives. I know I wouldn't want my head chopped off and thrown down a hallway. Would you chop off my head and throw it down? Would you chop off Booker's head and throw it down a hallway?
I reach out to Phoebe and pat her on the head gently. No, I would not. As you are my ally and my friend, I would respect your body.
Well, I guess that's as good an answer as I'm gonna get for now. But I appreciate your sentiment, Temmin. Just try to do better with making sure that your first weapon is your words, and then your second is your other stuff.
I'm not so good with my words. But for you, I will try.
Well, that's all I can ask. And if you ever need practice, we can practice together.
Together.
Okay. Your watch goes by uneventfully. Code, is now your turn to take up watch. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Phoebe, you can roll a second one.
17.
God damn. 21!
He's fucking perceptive.
Is there anything you all would like to do?
So who am I up with right now?
Yep, with
Ko.
Ko.
Hi, Ko.
Mentally, he's hello.
That's it.
He's gonna be just like strumming his lute,
yeah.
minding his business. He's like ever so slight.
All right. So, your rest went by uneventfully, thankfully. Was uneventful, thankfully. So, are we heading north?
The wooden door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. You head through and you enter into a long hallway. There is a door to the right and a door to the left. And a door at the end of the hall on the west.
Gotcha. By the toe, hit me on the side of God. My brother says, pick the very best one, and you are it. I think we should go right.
All right, let's go right. Let's go. You heard the woman. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to just kind of start filing people in. Go, go, go.
All right, so you head in. Who's opening the door?
Damn, that short rest.
Kane is rested.
I'll open it.
Phoebe reaches to open the door, and on the other side, it is empty. Just some debris.
So I chose wrong.
I wouldn't say you chose wrong, but, I mean, it's better than opening it to a bunch of rats. Am I right? Am I right?
That's why I don't think you should open any more doors, Kane. I'm worried for you.
You're probably
no,
right.
no,
I'm like
no,
literally
no.
like just looking straight down over her.
No, no, no. Don't tell him that. We still need him for certain doors. But I'll take this one, and I'll open the opposing door from the one that Phoebe opened.
It is locked.
Hmm. I'll whip out the good old lock-picking tools.
All right.
Full reliable.
The
Give me a sleight of hand.
super duper tools.
As he does this, I'm gonna walk over to the door, and I'm gonna look back at Phoebe. I'm gonna take like a small kneeling position, and leaning against the door, I'm gonna ask it nicely while rubbing the door. Would you please open for us?
As I'm like inserting it, looking at Timon. Like,
Yes, that was wonderful, Temin. I'm gonna go a little high five.
I'm gonna lean over and give her a high five.
I rolled a 16.
All right. It does not unlock the door.
Ah.
I'm gonna immediately reach for my great sword.
I was just gonna say, is this a wooden door? Because I'll reach for my great axe.
Sure. Why not?
I'm gonna remove myself from their path.
Would you prefer to do the honors, King?
You know what? I'm gonna put my great axe back. I'd rather watch you do the honors because there's plenty of other wooden doors, and I mean, if there's civilians there to look, I'll definitely take that one. So you do this, I'll get the next one.
All right, I'll swing the hit.
Okay. You do break down the door. Inside, there is a little 10 by 10 foot square chamber, carved from stone, or built from stone, rather. And within, there is a metal keg, rusted, built from iron, and there are pipes leading from the keg into the floor.
Is there any sort of lid or tap or something like that on the keg?
Like a faucet thing?
Yeah, something of that sort. Yeah.
There is a cap on the top.
I want to walk over and begin to try to undo that cap.
All right. Give
Said
me a
it was
strength
rusted,
check.
right?
Yep.
I would like to assist.
Give me a strength check with advantage.
Thank you. 14.
Those with advantage.
14. The other the
God.
second roll fell out and it was a 13. So not too far away.
All right. So you open the top, and out from within come two mephits, an ice and a steam. And they attack you.
Shit.
The mephits are like elemental. They're like elemental imps. They've got wings and narrow features. They are small. They come out with their wings, and the ice one makes an attack at you, Ko, and misses. And the steam one makes an attack at you, Temin, and it hits you. I assume it hits you. Sorry. Does a 20 hit your AC?
Oh, it definitely hits me.
Okay, all right. So it hits you with its claws for 1 point of damage. Oh, plus 1 point of fire damage.
I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke on it.
Okay. How much does
He
that
needs
do?
to make a dex save of 13 or
He
take
failed.
15 points of fire damage.
The steam one fizzes out, leaving only the ice one behind. Go ahead, Co.
Ah, you piece of shit. You gotta do better than that. And I'm gonna vicious mockery him.
What is that, a wisdom save?
I'm gonna lean over to Phoebe and be like, every time, gets him every time. Watch it.
He has very strong words.
What's the save on that?
14.
He succeeded. He flips you off.
Let's see.
Ooh, that one's a feisty one. He's got it. I'm gonna cross my arms and just lean against the door frame.
Ooh. What the hell is it? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna keep talking shit to it, and I'm gonna use unsettling words. I give it a little. I give it a bardic die to hold on to, and then I'm gonna go into another vicious mockery, and this unsettling words will be a detracting roll from whatever save that it's attempting to make.
Nice. And what is...
So I'm just like cussing this little shit out.
What is vicious mockery? Is that a...
Vicious mockery is a cantrip.
Cantrip. Okay. Okay.
During this time, can I say something to it?
Yeah.
I'm going to... I don't know if this will be something it understands, but I'm going to speak in Infernal, because that's one of my languages. It's going to sound like... And it's basically going to be me saying, unless you want to end up like your friend, you better stop.
Well, it does not know Infernal.
I'm gonna lean
Too
over
bad
to
for it.
Phoebe and be like, I think he's got something stuck in his throat.
That's definitely what it sounded like.
Give me the vicious mockery damage, for he did fail the second one.
Oh, well, that's a 4.
Okay. Well, he doesn't like that. So he's going to use his frost breath. And who's in the doorway? Kane? You're leaned over in the doorway. Phoebe, where are you?
Okay, so Temmin broke down the door and I was just out of Temmin's way. So like I'm like looking, like kind of looking into it, but I wouldn't say I'm in front of it.
Okay. All right, everyone but Phoebe, roll me a dexterity save.
Oh, I'm great at these.
So it breathes out this large, this wide gust of icy air. The particles of ice within it feel like knives coming at you. If you got higher than a 10, then you succeeded. And you take half of... Six points. So you take 3. If you failed, you take 6 points. And that is all cold damage. In 10 minutes, it is your turn.
How does it look?
He looks fine. He looks like he's ready to keep scrapping.
All right. 2 double-bladed scimitars coming at him.
Okay.
6 does not hit, I'm assuming.
No.
All right. I'm going to go for my bonus attack. A 13 hit.
That hits.
Okay. It's going to be... 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm just going to use Lay on Hands for myself for 5 points.
All right. Kane, would you like to do anything from the doorway? All right. Just brushed off the ice. Okay. Co.
How to handle this? I'm gonna start brushing off some of the ice. I was like, "You fucking bitch, you better die. Just die." And I'm gonna mock him again. Call that a fucking attack?
He failed that one too. Give me a D4.
Wards and swords, boys. Wards and swords. That's what this party's about. That's 2 damage.
All right. I mean, he's bloodied, but he's still ready to go.
He's bloody.
He's gonna attack you, Ko, with his claws and miss.
Pathetic.
So you kind of go back and forth. You mock him. He gets pissed and attacks you. Temin, you do some damage to him, and then your hellish rebuke is a reaction, right?
Yes.
So one of his attacks he makes on you lands, and you hellish rebuke him, and he literally starts melting in front of you. And at first it's like, yeah, take that, you piece of shit. But then it gets quite ghastly as like his legs and his arms start like pulling down and dripping and falling off of him as his wings flap to try and keep himself up, and he just hits the ground and turns into a pool of water.
Well, it's pretty worthless now. Serves it right.
No, we.
During your combat, you did bump into the keg at some point, and you did hear something sloshing around in there.
I'll take a look.
All right, inside you find 5 tiny sapphires.
I'm gonna look to Ko for all the trouble that you took to mock our friend. Perhaps you should take one for yourself.
Are you lifting it out of the keg for me? Or are you just offering it?
I'll reach into it and just pull the sapphires out.
Good robot. Good robot. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think I will take this. And I'll take the one that he offered and kind of stash it away.
Kane? Phoebe?
Put my hand up if he tosses it to me.
I'll toss him one.
I'm okay.
I'll walk over and I'll give her 2. One for you and Booker. Then I look to Zin, but not for you.
Well, in that case, I mean, okay. Thanks, Temin.
I'm gonna stop real quick. Did I see Temin take one for himself?
I'm still holding one.
Okay, good. That's all I care about. I'm walking away from this. I don't care anymore.
When I took the sapphires out of the keg, did it seem to like unclog something?
No. With any knowledge of magic, you would know that these were probably the materials used to summon the mephits. Alright.
Interesting.
So, do we press onward? Okay. Now,
Yes.
the third door, or the fourth door, the remaining door, in this long hallway. You push it open, and within this next room, it's probably the largest room you've been in yet, I believe. Yeah. There are green glyphs and symbols scrawled on the floors, on the walls, bright green dye. In the center of the room, there is a circular pit. It seems that many fires have been burned here, one fairly recently. There is a cage on the southern wall, and the bars of it have been bent outward, and it now sits empty. There's also a bench between the two. It has a green cloth draping over it, a few bits and baubles sitting on top of it. And then next to the wall on the western side, there is a bedroll, and something is slumbering in it.
I'm gonna reach out to my party members mentally or telepathically and kind of just like, we should probably approach as quietly as possible.
Remind me, can I respond telepathically?
Not unless I grant an individual person, but I can talk to you at the same time.
Cool.
I'm going to wave them on because I'm a giant metallic tin man and I make a lot of noise when I walk.
Yeah, I'm a not so stealthy dragonborn with chainmail on, so
I'm a surprisingly stealthy halfling wearing nothing but cloth.
But a pacifist.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, anyone wishing to sneak in, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Oh my god. Let's roll it.
That was almost really good,
14.
but I feel like I have
Yeah,
a feat.
14.
Oh, that's different though. I got a 9.
Okay, so the creature slumbering in the bedroll shifts for a moment, and you pause before continuing your stealth into the room. You can see that it extends to the north. There are 2 doors, and there are also 2 doors in the southwestern corner behind the cage. The bedroll moves again, and whatever is laying there rolls over, and 2 yellow eyes peer at you, and then you hear, "Please, no, no, please, no!"
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hi, I'm Phoebe.
Out of the bedroll, with the blanket falling off of it, you see a small, red kobold. Please!
No,
Please,
hi.
no! No!
Hi. It's okay. Hi.
Ah!
No, it's okay. Look at me. Look. Ta-da.
Don't hurt, Meepo!
Is your name Bo?
Meepo.
Me, Phoebe.
Hello, Phoebe.
Hello, Bo.
Po.
Phoebe.
I'm
His name is Meepo.
not gonna hurt you.
What about
Now
your
that-
friends?
I was just gonna say, now that she's alerted this thing, I'm gonna walk in and be like, well, I might.
No, you're not. They're not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna hurt him.
I mean, I might.
No.
So watch yourself, little guy.
No, he's kidding. He's kidding.
So
You're fine.
you look down at this miserable creature, and he's covered in scars. His leathery skin is a deep red, much like many kobolds. Laying next to him on the ground appears to be a leather leash of some form.
Can we see where the leash leads to? Or is it all just
It's
there?
all coiled up right there.
Does that belong to you? I'm gonna point to the leash.
And then he looks at it.
Oh no.
Kane's laughing just a little bit, but trying not to be like rude about it because he doesn't want to yell that at Phoebe.
You're such a Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. What happened?
We lost it. We lost it. The clan's dragon. Ah, those wretched dragons stole him. Calcrix, our dragon, he's gone.
You had a dragon?
And that's where we will end tonight.
No!
You had a dragon.
You had a dragon! I want to know!
This is not gonna go down good.
Oh my god.
Kevin's not gonna touch him.
This is Phoebe. We have to help him.
Tim's
Next
what?
episode.
Yeah, that's perfect. Next time on Fancie's Fables, we're helping him.
We're what?
I know we've been pushing Kane to be the leader of the party, but I feel like we're quickly going to be led by Phoebe.
I think we'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it should be
We take
fine.
rotation. That's how we'll do this.
I think that's a good idea. I think that this is a party that can rotate the authority without having a power struggle.
I think this is great. Yeah.
This is gonna be so
It's fun.
Then Booker will be in charge one of these times.
Dude, Booker opened the door. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yup.
True.
Temin opened a few doors.
He did.
Kane as well.
One of the doors got.
I opened a few traps. What are you
Close ass.
talking about?